Baruch. This year, EVE of Pesach, the EVE of Pesach falls out to be this coming Friday, Be'ezrat Hashem Yitbarach, following the evening that we do the Bidikat Chametz, the checking at home for the Chametz in our houses. The EVE of Pesach has specific laws, special laws. We're going to go through the main ones very quickly now. And that is that in the EVE of Pesach there is a mitzvah to get a haircut and either trim your beard or shave. The reason for this, obviously in a permitted way to shave. The reason for this is in order that we come into the holiday looking good, feeling good, with honor, with respect for the holiday. That's besides for the onset of the coming of the Omer, which immediately follows and starts with the Pesach holiday. But just because it's a holiday, so you have this mitzvah also by Sukkot and also by Shavuot, coming into the holiday, well-groomed is a proper mitzvah. Ideally, one should have their haircut and shave or trim their beard before midday. Midday on Friday is going to be at 1:25 p.m. That is ideally. Now, if one forgot or one wasn't able to, doing it after midday is allowed. However, it has to be done by a goy, by a Gentile, or by yourself. Meaning you're not allowed to go to a Jewish hairdresser after midday this coming Friday. The reason for that is not because of you, because of him. There's a second halacha, a very important halacha, the EVE of Pesach, that there is an isur melacha, there's a prohibition to work from midday and on the eve of Passover. Now, there's two reasons why. Reason number one is in order that a person doesn't get into what he's doing and he might delay the preparations or even the coming to the holiday. That's the first reason. The second reason why working on from midday and on the eve of Passover is also not allowed is because in the time of the temple, from midday and on is when all of the Jewish people would bring their Pesach Korban, their sacrifice for Pesach. And when someone would bring a sacrifice, whether it was the Eve of Pesach or any other day during the year, from that moment and on, it became a holiday for the individual. So the Eve of Passover is a very interesting day because it's like a half day. The first half of the day, you could eat chametz. According to the Torah, you could eat chametz all the way till 1:25. You're allowed to work. You're allowed to do anything and everything you want from the beginning of the day. And then from midday and on, according to the Torah, you're not allowed to eat chametz. According to the Torah, according to the halacha, you're not allowed to work because you would bring a Pesach sacrifice then. So this day is kind of split, and we did explain that even though midday is the cutoff for the eating and owning of the chametz, however, Chachamim brought it earlier, rolled the clock back a little. They said 2 hours earlier for eating and 1 hour earlier for ownership and for benefit. Nevertheless, from midday and on, one would not be allowed to do any work. Now, the type of work that we're talking about is more physical work. It's work that the person gets into and could get taken over. Halakha lema says if a person absolutely needs to do business, whether it's something on the computer or phone calls, according to the letter of the law, one is able to do so after midday. And there is up for debate, look at if you'll see siman beracha in that money or not. Anyone who's still working on past 1:25 this Erev Shabbat, Erev Pesach, definitely their wife is not going to be too happy. So for Shalom Bayit, for the halacha, and for the beracha, it would be definitely wise to not work from midday and on at all. That's why we're not allowed to go get a haircut from a Jew past midday. It's not for you, it's for him. Even if he does it for free, you wouldn't be allowed to go get a haircut from another Jew. Again, if he's professional, if it's like you do your friend and he does you and it's both going to be a buzz job and it's going to look horrible, that's allowed. Maybe with regards to the halakha of work, maybe with regards to the halakha of respect and honor and grooming, maybe you'll have an issue there. But nevertheless, working would not be allowed. Cutting nails on the eve of Passover is also proper to do. Fingers, toes, taking care of your children, making sure that everyone is well groomed and well dressed is all a mitzvah for the eve of Passover. Any other type of melacha, work, that will need to be done for Pesach itself. For example, last minute you realize that you need to wash your clothes or your suit that needs to be worn for the Chag, or something needs to be sewn, or shoes need to be repaired. Anything that's for the need of the Chag. Let's say, lo alenu, something in the house needs to be done, whether it's lights or something physical needs to be done. But if it's for the purpose of the holiday, then that would definitely be allowed to be done, even on the eve of Passover after midday. Today is the 12th day of Nisan. We're going to do the reading for the Nasi of the tribe of Naphtali. We're on page 653 in the White Sidurim. Page 653 in the White Sidurim. ביום 12 יום נשיא לבני נפתלי החירה בן עינן קורבנו קרב כסף אחד שלושים ומאה משכנה מזרק אחד כסף 70 שקל כל שניהם מלאים סולת בלב השם נמהה קו 11 זפרת כתורת פר אחד בן בקר אין אחד כבש אחד משלתו לנשיא לזים אחד לחדת עוד זבח שלמים בקר שניים מלאים 5 תודים 5 כבשים לשנה 5 זה קורבן החירה בן עינן יהי רצון בפניך אדוני אלוהינו ורותנו שתהיה חשובה מוצאה כי לתנו בתורה זה קורבן הנשיא החירה בן עינן משבט נפתלי יחד ומידת הפרק התחתון לנצח למלכות קורבנו אשר הקריב לחנוכת מזבחו הקדוש ותעלה עלינו כאילו יסגדו כל הסודות וכל שמות הקודש יוצאים מראשי תיבות ומסבי תיבות מקרא קודש עליון שנים עפרים שפתנו ועירונה עלינו ועל כל בית ישראל אחינו ומכל ניצוצות הקדושה כל הערות הקדושים הקוראים בקדושת זה השבט ונהיה מלובשים את קדושת זה השבט להבין ולהשכיל בתורתך ובתורתך יראת הרעות לעשות רצונך כרצונך כל מחיינו עמנו וזרענו וזרע זרענו כשם שבצאת ישראל בימים האלה ובזמן הזה בחרת בנו מכל העמים ותלמדנו תורה ומצוות מתוקים מדבש ונופת צופים בזכות נפתלי כן אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהינו קדשנו מצוותיך שמחת קרב תורתך וגלותך אל הזה כי לא תשכח מבזרענו ויערבנה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו את דברי תורתך בפינו וחיות עמך בית ישראל ותן בליבנו בינה להבין נשכיל לשמוע ללמוד ללמד לשמוע לעשות וכן מכל דברי תלמוד תורתך באהבה וערננו בתלמוד תורתך ופתח ליבנו לדרוש ולדעתו בחוכמה חוסן ישועות חוכמה ודעת להיות בפינו כדבש מתוק לנפש ומרפא לעצם חמול על עמך וחיים על נחלתך ויצא חותר מגזע ישי ונצר משרשה בפרה ונחה עליו רוח אדוני רוח ובינה רוח יצא גבורה רוח דעת ויראת אדוני כי מציון תתת תורה דבר אדוני משמיים אלוהים צבאות שוב נאבד משמיים מורה קוד גפן זאת יורי רצון אמרי פי וגם פניך אדוני צורי וגואלי. This evening Mincha is going to be at 7:15. Tomorrow morning 4 to 7